welcome to the Cyrano's Place channel. I'm Coach Cass, and today is our first installment on Glossary of Terms. We're going to talk about the definition of terms as they pertain to defensive actions. Why? Because there's a lot of people who don't know what the terms are. There are a lot of people who are out there not sure what the terms are, and there's some who actually know it, and that's great, and then find creative ways to explain to their students, which helps to evolve the sport. But if we're going to have a conversation, we need to start out with definitions so we're on the same page to discuss these things. So go get your fencing shoes, and I'm going to get my coach's plastron, and we're going to go through what the terms are so we're on the same page and can discuss the next level of the game. So come on, let's get my stuff. To start with, let's look at the concept of space in relation to our defenses. When we look at the body in fencing, we break it into 4 quadrants. Now the 4 quadrants are relative to your on guard, but basically you've got high line and low line. You have inside and outside. Inside is taking my hand towards my belly button basically. Outside is taking it away from my belly button. Now, as I said, it's relative to my hand position. So if I get a proper on guard position, like so, my inside is right here, towards my belly button, as compared to taking my opponent's blade away from my belly button or outside. Now this creates 4 quadrants: high, low, in, out. When I get an on guard, I want my hand to basically be high, outside line. Why? Because I want to have one line basically closed. So in this case, my high outside line is closed. Now, if I want to be a different kind of fencer and I want to come at you like here, everything below my hand is low line. Everything above my hand becomes high line. Same thing as if I start with my on guard down here. Everything above my hand is high line. Everything below my hand is low line. And inside again becomes towards my belly button relative to my hand, and outside would be away from my belly button. With 4 quadrants, we have a total of 8 parries. Some may argue there's a 9th parry. There's discussion about what a 9th parry is. We're not going there because it's a little too esoteric for what I want to do here with you, but we have 4 quadrants and 2 parries per quadrant. The parries are numbered 1 through 8 for historic context. If I were, I don't know, a gentleman in the Renaissance and I was going along and some renegade came out and attacked me with a, I don't know, deadly killer pool noodle, I would do parries 1 through 8. Oh my God, where did I do that? Did I say Renaissance again? Yeah, I did. Oh no, I was talking about deadly pool noodle. First thing I have to do is pull my weapon out in preparation for a low line attack with a parry 1. From here, my opponent's going to look and see what's open, and that's going to be a 2 parry on my part. From here, he's going to loop around my hand to try and get the high line, which I'm going to close with a parry 3. What's open left is going to be my inside. I need to parry with a 4. With my hand down, my high line is still open, so he's going to come here, and I need to protect him so it doesn't chop me up. From the 5, I can either take him into a 6 or expect him to go there. But from here, if he keeps pushing, I need to get rid of his blade with a 7. And once I'm here, what's open becomes an 8. And this is why the parries are numbered 1 through 8 for historical reason. Now that was weird. Now the big difference between some of the parries has to do with whether or not it's palm down or palm up. Pronation versus supination. So you've got 4 parries that are pronated and 4 parries that are supinated. Your pronated parries are parry 1, which is low, inside parry, parry 2, which is low, outside, parry 3, that's high, outside, and parry 5, which is high, inside. From there, you've got your supinated parries, which become 4 high line inside, 6 high line outside, 7 low line inside, and 8 low line outside. Now you'll notice that we've just covered 2 parries per line. One palm down, one palm up. And they are numbered 1 through 8 for the historic reasons of being attacked by a deadly killer pool noodle. When we describe the offensive attack, we describe the line of attack as being high or low, inside or outside, based on where they go, i.e. the quadrant. It's not an attack in my 6, because the attack to my high outside line, I can either deal with as a 6 or a Parries. That's my choice as a defender. It's not the choice of the offense. So we describe the line of attack by the quadrant that it's going to. Now, another term to understand with your parries is a term called a circular parry. A circular parry is when you start in one line and circle around and do the parry again. So I'm in 6, and I try and scoop my opponent's blade up again in the 6. So I make a little circle. Now, circular parries are easier to do with supinated parries, such as a 6, or 4, or 8, or even 7. Now, circular parries wouldn't be complete without talking about semicircular parries. What's that? A semicircular parry starts in one line and goes in a semicircle to the other, which is to say going from high to low in a semicircle. Doesn't matter if it's high to low or low to high, but you're making a semicircle in the process. So typically it's 6, 8, or 4, 7. One of the things this kind of creates, as you can see, is in a sense a little wall to the outside. And typically I personally find these are best utilized when you're fencing somebody who doesn't fence with the same hand as yourself, because you're closing them either out or closing them in. Either way becomes a very effective defensive block. No parry would be complete without its riposte. The riposte is simply the attack made after your parry. Now, depending on your parry, depends on how you're going to execute your riposte. Your supinated ripostes are pretty easy and direct, but if you get some of the supinate, you get really strange ripostes that you may have to do. But that's okay, just make sure you make that attack after the parry, called a riposte. Hey gang, thanks for joining us. I hope you've learned something with our glossary of terms. This is going to be only the first installment of terms being defined. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe, please like, please share. If you've really gotten something out of this, we would love to have you be a patron of Cyrano's Place through our Patreon page. The link is below. This will help support us as we continue bringing educational material to the entire fencing community. So look forward to seeing you some more, and keep on fencing. Till next time.